Welcome back to another episode of Kitchen Ambush. We are at a new local restaurant with a new local chef and a great new surprise ingredient. So if you like the show, which you should, it's all about locals, you should go to youtube.com/kitchenambush and hit that little red subscribe button so you can be up in all the news and everything we got going on, because in the coming weeks we're going to have some really exciting stuff that you'll see first. So today we are in the Chelsea district of West Ghent in Norfolk. That's a mouthful. Yeah. At a restaurant that is now called T West, with a chef that has been in this area for a long time and worked at some great places. He's now taken over here. It's Chef Edward Storey at T West. How you doing?
Very well, yourself?
Doing well, doing well. We've known each other for a while now, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you've done some competitions with us in the past. We talked a couple times with Andrea the week ago about being part of Taste of Ghent. You actually donated your time.
I did, absolutely.
To be a personal chef for a party.
Absolutely.
How'd that go?
It was great. It was 10 people, and we drank a whole bunch of wine, and we had a great time. We did a surf and turf. And,
nice.
It was fun. I showed everyone how to make risotto and stuff like that. And it was more of like a cooking class type
which is great for people.
Event. It was awesome.
And you added a lot of wine. I mean, when you preface it with a lot of wine, it's going to go well.
10 people, 14 bottles.
That's a lot of wine. So tell us a little bit about your background, your emphasis to local and the things like that.
Absolutely. I'm from Georgia.
Yep.
My first kitchen job was working as a dishwasher at Hooters. And one day a line cook never showed up, so they moved me from dishwasher up to line cook, and I fell in love with it.
That's just a big change.
Yeah, absolutely. I was like, this is absolutely chaotic and crazy, and I love it.
Yep.
And that was 26 years ago. I've been in the area for 16 years, and I've worked at Cafe Rosso, where 80/20 is now.
Right.
Worked at Bardo, at Crackers, at Supper, at Public House. I've worked all over. I worked at Delta 25. Worked under some really good chefs, and people always ask me if I went to school. I was like, yeah, I did go to school for about a year and a half out of the 2-year program.
Right.
And it just wasn't for me.
I always think you get more working in the dish pit.
Absolutely. I
really
learned more from a pan than I did in school. So, and I've got the scars to prove it. So
and it's great because
I've been doing it.
There's those opportunities to learn in different ways. So tell us a little bit about, you've rebranded with T West, whole new menu. Tell us a little bit about that.
The whole rebranding thing. We've always been a taco bar, taco and burrito bar.
Been it for years.
And we've fought it for 11 years. But finally, we just accepted the fact that we're a taco bar, so we're going to make the best tacos and the best burritos and the best quesadillas in town.
Nice.
So that's what we did. And
big taco fan.
Yeah, everyone's a taco fan.
Oh, God, yeah.
And everyone's always called us T West, so why not just embrace that name anyway? Because we were Tortilla West, and now it's just T West. And
it works.
Yeah, absolutely.
You shorten it works for everybody, because they abbreviate when they text anyways.
Absolutely.
Now it's just T West, and everybody's got it down.
Yeah.
So what's some of the new things you've added to the menu?
We have an interesting, we have a couple of interesting things. Instead of like your regular old seasoned ground beef, we have something called a Sloppy Jose. It's our take on a Sloppy Joe.
Right. Sloppy Jose.
Why not?
I like it. Yeah.
We have a slow roasted pulled chicken, which is my absolute favorite. I had that for breakfast this morning. I'm going to have it for dinner later tonight.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
And just throw it on a tortilla. And we just we're redoing our rice, and it's just more flavorful. Our black beans are absolutely phenomenal now. They were good before, now they're just...
You just brought it up that next notch.
We just a little push.
Because, when I came, I had the duck tacos. Those were killer.
Yeah.
Those are crushed. Chorizo's on the menu.
Yes, sir. And we also have a chicken, chorizo. It's like, it's made by Gardein, Gardein chicken. We season that like chorizo, and it's absolutely fabulous.
All right, I found my next thing on the list to check off taco-wise.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, now, premise of the show.
Yes.
You know a little bit about it. For you watching at home, we take a local product, a mystery product, into a local new restaurant and a local chef every week. And this week, I have something fun for you. I know you've been just waiting to see what this was going to be.
Pins and needles.
You know, and we have a flashy new box.
It's nice.
So you get to be the first one to have the super flashy, super deluxe, diamond studded kitchen ambush box with a new mystery ingredient inside from a really cool new local company. She has started a business that's opened up over in the new Selden Market, which is the new incubator market they've got over there in downtown. And she is using her grandmother's recipes to make some of the best pastry items.
My heart's racing right now. It's
anywhere.
Like, oh.
And so we're going to do the big reveal. But oh, it's just a box that says Top Secret on it. This is from the Spotted Fig, right there at Selden Market. And what we have inside her Top Secret box for you is, drumroll, a local apple and cranberry almond tart.
That's awesome.
I mean, this thing smells incredible. Everybody's been trying to eat it all day. We picked this up from her. She was super excited to have it be on the show. I told her where it was going to be. She was thrilled. She literally doesn't live too far from here, and so she comes here. So this is from the Spotted Fig again. Scratch made. This is grandmother's recipe. Now we get to see what you're going to turn it into. And
I want to see what I'm going to turn it into.
I turn this over to you now.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Let me get the box out of your way.
Absolutely.
And we'll trade spots and you can get started.
Yeah.
So what's your, you said the chicken was one of your big faves on the menu. What's your other big favorite thing on the menu? Or maybe just something that's really caught on with the rebrand?
It's hard to say because we've done such a good job on making everything.
Yep.
Redoing the recipes. So I actually like everything because it's still new.
Right.
You work in the kitchen long enough, you're just sick of the food. I still eat the food every single day.
And that says something.
So I'm pretty excited about pretty much everything on it. And come on, you apple.
So you're starting off by taking the apples off.
I'm just deconstructing it. That way
so you can get all those components, figure out how everything flows together. And we're going to make 2 of whatever it is, because we get to try one, and then Super Photog Ilse is going to take pictures of it. She's like sneaking behind you right now to ninja some pictures.
Right on.
So I was talking to her at the Spotted Fig, and she said she goes over to the West Side Produce Store, and that's where she got the apples to make it and some components to work with, and was just so stoked to see what you came up with to make the dish.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about what I come up with as well.
Are you leaning anywhere right now?
I'm going to go with fish. I'm going to go with some mahi. I'm thinking about like a succotash or something. I'm not too sure.
It's going to be a work in progress.
Absolutely, because I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do.
That totally works though.
So,
the notion to be able to sit there and just kind of go with the flow as it comes, make changes, roll with it, and
organic.
It just
organic
happens.
Cooking, it
happens naturally. And don't forget, you can send in questions, and Vanessa's on that phone right now watching, and as you have questions and comments, we'll be answering them live on the air. So, have you had one of these kind of things before, these almond tarts?
I have, but I'm just eating it.
Just gonna go with it.
Yeah. But I've never actually had put it into a dish, so.
I like the tartness of the cranberry, the sweetness from the apple.
Oh yeah. And you've tasted it, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I remember when I first walked over there, we were scouting out new local products, and we ended up with a sweet potato biscuit and a...
Why couldn't you have brought me that?
That was too easy, man.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been like, oh, okay, I got this. But no, we can't have that.
You just gotta hurt me a little bit, make my brain go.
So, when you do a lot within the community. I've never seen you turn down helping somebody else.
Absolutely not.
That comes to you. What is kind of your draw behind that? What is it that keeps you going to do that?
One thing that I just like helping people in general, and especially people that are less fortunate or do just a little bit down on their luck or whatnot. Absolutely love helping that. But I just like, if you're going to be part of a community, you might as well help the community as well.
Be a part of the community.
Yeah,
right on.
Just don't be a leech. And I just...
And just take and take.
Yeah, I just That's just what I do. And
so now you got a little oil in the pan.
I got some
nice
oil.
And hot.
I've got seasoned cornstarch right here, just for a nice little crust.
Yep. And then you just put some salt and pepper on the fish before you put it inside that cornstarch.
And this is salt, pepper, a little bit of cumin, some garlic.
Perfect. Nice. Good flavors.
Just really, really quick and easy.
Right. So now you've been here at T West how long?
2 months.
2 months. So you're still getting have you found that groove already?
Actually, I have. Nice. And it's kind of exciting to get into a new kitchen and just see how quickly you test yourself, see how quickly you can pick up everything, and I think I did pretty good.
I think so. I mean, I remember when I came in the other day, I got to go and look at the menu that was still, before it got officially printed, and it was just some really fun, exciting things to see, especially for somebody like me who's such a fan of street food and tacos and that kind of thing. It was great to see that come to this area here, because ultimately I live in this area, so it's pretty awesome to be able to be blocks away from a great taco. All right, now we've got some comments that Vanessa's going to bring us up to on Facebook.
Be nice.
And she's smiling.
We do have comments, Mark. We actually have Sierra Danielle Corso, who says, "You're doing amazing, sweetie." We've got John Ward.
Good job,
Is
sweetie.
he going to do a puree with the fruit from the tart? He wants to know. Are you going to do a puree?
Actually, I have no idea. We'll figure that one out.
So there you go. And we've got Ben Munson watching. Thanks so much, Ben. Have a good day. Back to you, Mark.
All right, so that's one of the cool things that's been fun about this is the interaction from people who are actually watching live. We've had some hilarious comments, and now you got people wanting to know, are you going to do a puree? So you just got everybody like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
And I'm telling anybody, I have no idea.
None. You'll know when it happens. So you've got some beans down in the pan
some
now.
baby beans down there. I'm going to throw some corn in there.
Oh, nice. I love corn right off the top.
Some jalapeno, some fresh diced tomatoes, a little bit of like house-made tomato paste.
Right. I love jalapenos to the pan.
I'm thinking more of like a succotash, more or less.
Right.
Thanks.
Cut that heat down a little bit. And I don't know. I'll figure it all out.
Just keep rolling with
it.
Which is, when you were going through the rebrand and you were going through the new menu, what was that process like to kind of develop what was going to stay, what was going to get tweaked, and what was going to, completely just go?
Thank God for computers, and they track things that sell the most, and memory.
Right.
It's like, what did people like? What dishes did we like making? What did people enjoy eating and all that kind of stuff? And so we did that. We sat down and we wanted to make the menu smaller so we could push the food out
more
quicker.
concise, right?
And we could focus on the things we do really, really well.
Push quality.
And not really worry about the stuff that we don't do so well,
Right.
And so that's essentially that. It was a really quick, easy meeting.
Got to eat a lot of food, play, target.
Yeah, it's like almost to where you don't want to eat anymore. It's like a food eating competition. It's like,
Community food eating competition. That's nothing wrong with that. But then you've got a great atmosphere here. You've got pool tables in the back. So and it's fun to watch that.
And we're getting some old school stand-up arcade machines.
Games?
Yeah.
Really?
I think we're getting Pac-Man and like Donkey Kong or something like that.
All right, so you've heard it here first. We're going to have old school retro video games, stand-up video games in the back area where the pool tables are?
Mm-hmm. We're taking one of the pool tables out. We're actually going to put indoor cornhole back there.
Nice.
And which is going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to put the tables, the arcade machines up there somewhere in that area. And I'm sorry for running around.
That's the kitchen. This is what we do. So what I think is great about that is it's, in this district here, it's a big walking district. You have breweries all around you. But weather really plays havoc on a lot of these outdoor things, but now you're going to bring those inside.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And so what's cool to me is you'll have that section that has that kind of outdoorsy, arcade games, cornhole, things like that. You have a great bar, but then you have that really pretty wall that you're going to have like regular restaurant seating. So no matter really what you're looking for in an evening, you can kind of pick which side of the restaurant you're in.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's like you want to come in, have a couple drinks, and play some cornhole with your buddies. Knock yourself out. If you want to come in with your family, sit down at the table.
You've got that too, and then you can head over to the video games.
Send the kids to the video games. So
you know, well, it's probably going to be me that's over at the video games. Yeah, some adult beverages in a video game.
Yeah.
We get, you know, they're all making fun of me because I went and bought some retro kangaroo shoes with a zipper pocket. You know, it's like the retro stuff is great. But you know, that's a neat feel that right here in this kind of this district here they don't really necessarily have. And even though you guys have been here a long time, you're bringing that fresh approach to it, which I think is going to get a lot of people excited.
Hope so.
Oh yeah, I think so. All right, so you got butter going back in the pan here. Now what are you doing?
I don't know.
Oh, I like that. It's the greatest answers ever. I don't know. It's perfect.
So
you can't give a wrong answer when you say I don't know.
Right. But it's cooking. It's creating.
Yeah,
it's like,
it works. I mean, butter went in a pan. That's a good start for anything.
Absolutely. And we're gonna throw the shell in there. Get that nice and
you just kind of gave a nice cut through of that.
Yeah. A little bit more butter because butter
you're
is
really
good.
not going to go wrong with that.
Nope.
Good deal. And that'll crisp up, get a little more fat into it.
Absolutely. And I'm thinking about making like a cake out of it.
Nice.
You know, and like a little. So I've got some ring molds. I'm just gonna make a little cake out of it and put that on the bottom. Do it on the flat top as well.
Right.
But then put succotash on top of that and some seasoned fish and.
It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah,
it's going to be fun, but really kind of bring those flavors together the right way.
Yeah.
Because you've got sweet and tart, and you have heat, and you have the flakiness of the fish. So I think that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Do we have some more from online? We're going to turn back to Vanessa.
How to make two of these?
Two.
Hi everyone, we do have more. We actually have the Spotted Fig Pastries chiming in.
Oh, see, you got it already.
She says, good luck, have fun manhandling my tarts.
Manhandling the tart.
And Tom Cano, thanks so much for watching. See you on the next one.
Oh, I like that. Now you're manhandling a tart. I think that's probably the first time you've ever heard that.
Absolutely.
All right, so now you toasted some of the tart gel in the butter. Now you're filling that into the ring molds, kind of make that cake like you were talking about.
Yeah, we'll see how it works
that's
out.
going. Nice layered stacked approach. That'll look great.
Yeah, hopefully.
You know, and again, I tell everybody all the time, the toughest part I've got to do is, you know, eat food. I don't have to do the cooking. I still eat the food. Oh, there we go. So the fish is now out of the oven.
Yes, sir. Trusty thermometer.
See if the fish has a fever.
Hopefully it has a fever.
Oh, it's climbing.
We'll go a little bit longer. What's the time? How much longer do I have?
As long as it takes for you to finish. Look at that freedom.
Nice.
You know, I don't want to interrupt the cooking process. Besides, I want to get at least 3 more I don't knows.
Oh, you'll get plenty of those. Don't worry about that.
So what else do you have going on the radar? You have any other things coming up, different things you're going to do here?
Going to Georgia for my grandmother's 90th birthday.
That's right, you were talking about that. And you're doing that today, right?
Yeah, I'm leaving. Once I get done with this, I'm going to Georgia.
Totally came in to do the show today and then jump in a car.
Dedication.
Dedication.
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
Absolutely.
You know, you're going to jump a car, what was it, like 13 hours?
It's 12 hours to South Georgia where I'm going. So I'm going to drive about 3/4 of the way tonight.
Right.
And get a cheap hotel. And
work, sleep a little bit.
Yeah. And then get on the road again. And I have no idea what I'm doing with it for
I just like watching.
Yeah.
You know, no pressure on my end.
Right. Question.
Yes.
Butter or oil?
Butter.
Done.
There's no question when it comes to me.
Oh, yeah.
Always butter.
And I'm just going to warm it up. And
I literally at Halloween saw somebody dressed as a giant butter stick. with,
awesome.
and her husband was dressed as Pauline.
Nice.
I mean, the totally painted box is hysterical. I mean, that's when you know that butter is a powerful piece there. And the thought process continues. All right, apple's going in with a little butter.
Yeah, man.
And the cranberry's going in a separate pan with some butter.
Yeah. You know what'd be really awesome?
What's that?
If I candied these.
I'm never gonna go say no to that.
I just need some
through.
sugar, and I don't have any sugar. Can I run off camera really quick?
You can run off
grab
camera
some
really
sugar?
quick.
Thank you.
So that's one of the things that happens in the kitchen. You'll be working through a process and working through a new recipe in a dish, and you'll be like halfway in the middle, 2/3 through, you think, oh my God, I could totally do this with it. You look around, you're like, I did not go grab that. Just like it happens to you at home, happens in restaurant kitchens too when you're going to develop a new recipe. And so...
And I'm back.
And he's back, and we got sugar. Butter and sugar. I mean, that's really going to kind of be really cool at the end of it.
Try not to burn it.
Right, and that's how you pull it off the heat, toss it around, keep that sugar from burning. I mean, that's one of those things you'll see people talk about when they cook with sugar. They worry about burning it, and it's because they leave it directly on the heat the whole time. Nice.
Ew.
All right, so you got those kind of just setting on the bottom?
Yeah, I'm gonna move it over to the hot side. This is kind of like the warm side.
Right.
Move it over here right before service.
Nice.
Or service.
Service, that works.
But before I plate.
Because I am definitely eating.
And
that's good pan action right there.
Whether or not I'm going to puree it.
No,
I'm not, but I'm going to break it down.
Yeah, it's going to break down, but it still gives you a little bit almost that chutney feel to it, so you have some texture.
And I was going to throw some avocado in that, but I need to taste it first. You know, just a quick saute of avocado. I don't know yet.
And the process continues. Now, you were talking about some of the, you guys do theme nights here.
Yes, we do.
And so you have like a burrito night.
Monday, Tuesday is taco. Taco night, excuse me. Monday and Tuesday is taco night. Wednesday is $5 burrito.
All right, $5 burrito.
$5 burrito.
You were talking about these things could like become a leg
Absolutely.
burrito.
Absolutely.
If they go crazy.
Every single option, I think I just killed that. We'll taste that. If you get every single option for a burrito, we won't be able to roll it.
Right.
But it'll be $15.
And that's for like just a thigh of a burrito.
Like a burrito.
That's like the burrito you hug.
Yeah.
You definitely use a fork for that one.
And Thursday nights is half off nachos. It's a big plate of
nachos.
Nachos.
Huge plate of nachos, half off on Thursday nights.
Yes. And Friday and Saturday, it's just, you know,
the cool night to come out.
And
great night to come out, have a good time. You know, and like I said, you have that kind of triple setup atmosphere.
That's gone. Won't be using that one.
And that happens sometimes too.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the beauty of live. Things can happen. So, you know, and that's the thing that people so many times get concerned and worried about cooking because they're like, well, I'm going to mess something up. It's going to happen.
Yeah, who cares?
But some of the greatest, you know, things like champagne and some of the greatest dishes all started from something else they were working towards, and then they turned it into another dish.
Absolutely.
So I think that's the beauty of getting people to understand that. All right. So I think we're going to head back over to Vanessa. You got a lot of people talking this morning.
That's awesome.
So what do you got, Vanessa?
So we have a cup. Oh, I was told to wait. So we have a couple things. We have John Ward is online. He's wanting to know, will Tortilla West ever open for lunch during the week?
I don't believe so. We tried that, and we just didn't get a whole lot of crowd. So.
And then we also have Jacob Thrasher Knapp says, "Love ya, Ed.
Hi,
good
Jake.
stuff."
I love Jake. He's a great guy.
Yeah, so it's kind of fun while you're doing this. Not only you play it in the kitchen and you get to talk about what this all is for you, but you know people are able to kind of give you a little bit of love online. You know, and it's kind of nice you have
Makes
those
your heart
people.
swell,
yeah,
you know?
you get all tingly.
Don't fall.
Yeah, that would go bad.
Yeah.
All right, so we got some new cranberries down in the pan, back in the butter.
Yep.
Apples are ready to go.
Those apples are
Killer, and they're local.
Yeah.
Which is always nice that you can, you know, you have so many local things. Do you ever get an opportunity to check out any of the farms and things like that that are around?
Not lately, but I'm not opposed to taking a day trip.
Dude, it was so
and go.
much fun, man. I'll let you know next time we're going.
Absolutely.
Because it was a blast. We got to see some cool things. And I know this, for this next batch that's coming up, they're going to have some really interesting looking products come out.
Oh. Well, that didn't work out too well. It'll be fine. Oh, this one stuck. You get to eat this one. Okay?
I get to eat that one. That's fine. You know, super photog Ilse will get the really super super pretty. I'm just worried about eating anyways.
I hear you.
You know, I just want to eat some food.
You're definitely gonna get some food. Stop.
Beautiful.
And
All right, there's your succotash. Bringing that back through again.
Taste it. Make sure it's good.
Now, recap everything that's in there.
Just corn, navy beans, tomatoes, salt, pepper, some jalapeno.
Nice. So you got the natural sweetness from the corn, the heat from the jalapeno. Beans are great. I love beans and everything.
Absolutely. My wife doesn't like beans, and it's weird. She doesn't like the texture.
What happened to her?
I don't know.
It was a traumatic experience with beans. At some point.
Absolutely, I guess.
So now, you guys, as part of T West, you've got several other restaurants.
Yes, we do. We have Chow.
And Chow, and that's over off of College.
Yes, North Cali.
Yep.
And we have AW Shucks.
Right.
Everyone calls it All Shucks, but it's actually AW Shucks. But All Shucks is just more fun to say.
It does. It just totally makes a lot more sense.
Nope.
Now, what kind of food do you see at Chow? Which is different from here.
Food.
Southern comfort food.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they do some pretty cool things over there, like a drag brunch and some. Just have a lot of fun over there.
Drag brunch is always fun brunch.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. You can't really go wrong there. Now, what kind of, of course, with Shucks, you've got kind of that idea of what kind of food you have in there. What's kind of their take on things there at AW Shucks?
It's more of a fish house.
Yep.
And that's where the main focus is.
Right.
Is on fish and oysters. Really good selection of oysters. If you're an oyster fan, like I am,
that's where you're going.
It's absolutely because
you hear that a lot. And it's nice to see. And what's great about it is you've got some variety in the three places. But in addition to the variety that you have in the three places, they're all really good. So you could kind of spend a week going through the three and have a different experience at each one, different food at each one, and just be happy all the way around.
Absolutely.
All right, so you've got the crust that was toasted and formed down at the bottom, fish going on top, and then the succotash mix.
And I'm out of spoons. Oh, well.
That happens.
Yeah.
Man, that looks good. I love all the color.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing I just love. And that's one of the things I love about Mexican-style food is color.
Absolutely.
The peppers and the tomatoes and just everything about all the sauces are very rich and deep in color. And there's corn.
I gotta finish that. Excuse me, sir. Let me slide over here. I'm all in your way. I know.
It's more like us and the cameras are in your way.
Yeah.
That works though. Now, what do you got there?
It's just a house-made tomato paste.
Nice.
Got just some salt, pepper, some garlic, a little bit of tomato puree.
Cool.
It's just for, if I had some like cilantro oil, it'd be really, really cool too, but I don't have any cilantro.
But it could also tell you ahead of time what you were looking for, so.
Exactly.
Yeah, we just had to toss that in at the last minute. All right, so now the sugared cranberries are going down. They might be a little warm.
Just slightly.
I like that little dash. And that'll just be a really pop of tartness.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, I like that. It's going to be that really pop
just
tartness.
with the apples as well.
Yep.
I don't want to change the color of the apples. That's why I cook them separately.
Right.
But I'm just hoping it just adds some tartness to it, and Yeah, yours isn't going to be
Mine's
very
about
pretty.
eating.
I hear you.
My plate's about eating. Or I'll say ours. Technically, it's our plate. Our plate's about eating. Ilse goes for total picturification. Hashtag food pick. Oh yeah, Ilse's over here asking for margaritas now.
Absolutely, just like your shirt.
Oh, you came prepared, didn't you?
Yeah.
Ilse's got a margarita shirt on. And
Woman
apparently
on a
she
mission.
blames things on it.
Hey, it happens.
I like it.
I'm calling it done.
And we're done. The dishes are ready. So Ilse gets her plate, and then she like runs away and hides, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, the food disappeared off the plate." That's what happened. So Ilse, there's your plate.
Oh, that hurt me.
That's not good.
Oh no.
Okay, it's good. Thank you, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. And that's you?
That just happened. I feel bad for the camera.
Oh, absolutely.
But she wore a shirt that appropriately says the margaritas made me do it. So now we know what happened to that camera. All right, so now we need to dig in.
Absolutely.
We got to try this. Let's see. So we're doing this together. So we got some spoons, forks.
I'll get it's right behind this camera right here.
All right, we're gonna push
Excuse me.
Victor out of the way again. Yep. All right, so
Fork.
we're gonna eat right here in front of Mark because it's fun. So he gets to watch us eat all the food. And I'm definitely going for a little bit of everything on this one.
Absolutely.
I want the cranberry and the apple. And I just see, I obliterated it anyway.
Hey, it's all good.
The crust. There we go. All right. Come on, you're doing this one with me.
Oh, I am.
Oh, yeah,
I
this
just waited. I didn't want to.
Oh, you didn't want to, bogart anything?
No.
A little avocado, a little crust, a little fish. I think I efficiently got everything on one fork.
Shoot. Well, you're doing a lot better than me.
That took about a minute.
Cheers. I need to work on my crust, the cake, but.
Well, I'll tell you though, the texture came through nice because it had that crispness. But I think my favorite part that just kind of brought everything together was that cranberry. It absolutely just pops. And, I wondered with the corn and putting the sugar to the apples and the cranberry, would it be too sweet? But it's not. Mm-hmm. The nice little, you got jalapeno in the hash. I mean, this came together really well.
Oh, my best work, but it's pretty good.
Oh, I think it's good, man. I think people would be happy to watch it. There are people at home watching right now or at work when they were supposed to be working, but they're watching now.
Yeah.
They really wish they were eating this.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, man. I'm going to say successful ambush.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Nice job.
A little shake, whatever.
So we're now at Key West with Chef Edward Storey, who's getting ready to get on the road for a lot of hours. It was good enough to come in today. We've had some awesome food, some fun adventures in the kitchen. We watched the camera hit the ground. That's definitely a first.
Not my fault.
We didn't do it.
That's awesome.
Usually it's me. I touch something goes wrong, so it can't be blamed on me today. But I'll tell you, totally successful ambush. Had so much fun. Look for T West. But if you're looking on social media, you're looking for Tortilla West. So look for Tortilla West on Facebook, Instagram. Check out Chow, same thing, Instagram and Facebook. And then, of course, AW Shucks.
AW Shucks.
Same way. Make a week, hit all 3 places, all in Norfolk. Not hard to do. But better out, bring people, enjoy the food, check out the rebrand that my good friend has done here. Have the duck tacos. If you don't do anything else, have duck tacos. But look for Kitchen Ambush on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button when you're on YouTube at youtube.com/Kitchen Ambush. We will see you very, very soon as we take our first road trip to a whole nother state for something you will not believe. If you've been watching our Facebook page and that, you'll see some hints and teasers, but we're heading to Alabama for the World Food Championships, and it is going to be completely off the chart, and we're going to bring some of that back here and have some fun locally with that. As you said earlier, maybe we'll work some magic, maybe get them to host that up here one time, which would be killer.
Absolutely.
But we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, and Fun Food Friday will be up tomorrow. Later. Thanks, man.
No worries.
Kill it. Dude, that was fun, man.
Yeah.